The Golden Arches are probably the most recognizable fast food chain in the world, an American icon, and a symbol of monopolies and their international reach. Of course, McDonald's wouldn't have so much power if their food was disgusting and horrible, right? I mean, everyone knows that McDonald's isn't healthy and that it should only be had as a treat every now and then. But some believe that McDonald's aren't honest enough about how unhealthy their food actually is. And it's not just their food that comes under scrutiny, but the company as a whole. Let's take a deep dive through some of the most outrageous conspiracy theories put forward by the public, and why your next order might not be such a happy meal. One of the most famous rumors surrounding McDonald's was that their salads were actually unhealthier than their Big Macs, and this one actually turned out to be true. Pretty ironic, right? When McDonald's first put salads on their menu back in the 80s, reports soon began circulating that they had more calories in them than almost every other meal on the menu. And since this information wasn't advertised to the public, it was seriously concerning. After these reports came out, McDonald's were pressured into changing their recipe, which they did do eventually. It seems like the McDonald's salad is cursed, as in August of 2018, McDonald's were believed to have caused an outbreak of the cyclospora parasite in America.
At least in 2 states, Iowa and Nebraska, a culprit has been found. Salad.
This one was proven to be true, and McDonald's were forced to remove salads from over 3,000 restaurants in the US. The parasite causes vomiting, diarrhea, explosive bowel movements, and stomach cramps. Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. Over 500 people contracted the parasite from the salads, with about 30 of them being hospitalized. Thankfully, nobody died. Another popular conspiracy is McDonald's use of so-called pink slime in many of their meals, specifically in their chicken nuggets and their beef burgers. This one has some truth in it, and it's sort of gross to think about. Now, this pink slime isn't actual slime, but rather an additive named lean beef trimming, which McDonald's and many other fast food chains use as filler in their food. LBT is made up from usually inedible parts of the cow, which are melted and mixed together to form LBT. After many news outlets across the world brought the issue to light in 2012, McDonald's discontinued the use of LBT in their burgers. But what about their nuggets? Well, according to McDonald's, they never used LBT in their chicken nuggets, although insiders say that this is untrue and that they still use LBT in their nuggets to this day. Pictures have also emerged in recent years that show McDonald's may still be using LBT in their beef burgers. Speaking of their beef burgers, some believe that cow eyeballs are used as filler meat for their burgers. As for why they do this, people claim that McDonald's would most likely cut corners and not spend much money on actual beef so that they can keep production costs down. This theory was quite quickly put to bed by McDonald's, who said that the claims were ridiculous. When it comes to the most out there rumors, these next few are the epitome of ridiculousness. According to random people off the internet, the most credible source there is, McDonald's uses mutant laboratory animals. Yes, mutant laboratory animals in their food. These range from hairless to limbless animals. Now, there is no photographic or written evidence of this ever happening, and so almost everyone who comes across this theory immediately casts it aside. However, McDonald's themselves have never denied this rumor, but they've never confirmed it either. They probably just don't want to waste their time on such an absurd subject. A somewhat similar theory to the eye burgers we mentioned earlier. Another internet-born rumor is that chicken feathers are used to make McFlurries. An internet user claimed that his friend, who was apparently allergic to chicken feathers, had an allergic reaction after eating a McFlurry. This story, of course, has no real credibility. Although the eye burger story from earlier makes a tiny bit of sense, this one is just insane. What reason do McDonald's have for putting feathers in their ice cream? Some say that it makes the ice cream fluffier, but this makes no chemical or logical sense. It's just another crazy internet theory. Now we've arrived at the crown jewel of fanatical theories surrounding McDonald's, the cannabis zone theory. In 2015, various websites in the US, now known to be so-called fake news sites, began reporting on a nonsensical story regarding the children's play areas in McDonald's situated within the state of Colorado in the US. These sites claim that the play areas were being used as covert areas for workers and visitors to smoke and ingest cannabis.
This is good shit.
McDonald's were quick to address this rumor due to the outright criminal nature of the accusations that they were faced with. Of course, McDonald's spokespeople denied the rumors, yet it seems like they might not have done so quick enough, as the story was reposted thousands of times across social media back in 2015, before the truth about the situation was finally made well known to the general public. Similar rumors have been put forward regarding other McDonald's restaurants across the globe, but most are just internet fodder designed to scare the public. To think that a multinational company like McDonald's would do such a thing in a place designed for children is insane, especially if they weren't even trying to hide it. Well, there were some of the most outrageous urban myths and rumors about McDonald's.